Hello, I'm David Jaley, owner of Good Stewards Productions, a video production company devoted to helping churches and businesses grow. In this video, I want to address the pros and cons of owning your own equipment. This is the 5th video on church production, so if you haven't watched the first 4, I suggest you go back to my website at goodstewardsproductions.com, click on the Churches tab, and watch the first four videos to bring you up to speed. Obviously, the biggest drawback to owning your own equipment is the cost. As long as you can borrow the equipment weekly for free, why buy it? At my cable access station, I actually had the ability to borrow what they called a road case switcher, which I could connect a cable to 3 cameras and the soundboard and switch between cameras live. In other words, instead of spending the extra time to switch between cameras in post-production, I could sit there, talk to my 3 camera operators by radio to tell them what shots I wanted, see what their shots were, and switch between the cameras recording the audio and only the chosen shot. If done properly, this greatly reduces the time it takes to edit the footage into a TV production. So why would I ever want to purchase equipment then? Well, because it took me several hours to get it on Friday before they closed at 6 p.m., to set it all up sometime on Saturday, then take it down after service on Sunday, and return it on Monday when they opened, not until 10. Well, I had a job and a family, so I actually only did that a few times for special events. Another drawback is that one of the rules for borrowing the equipment is that it can only be used to record what will play on that cable access station. Therefore, certain special services like funerals, memorial services, and weddings could not be recorded for our own use. So, if all you want to do is record your weekly service, and you have the volunteers to pick it up on Friday, set it up, and return it on Monday, then I say keep borrowing it as long as that works for you. It boils down to a trade-off of time for money. We were blessed to have several $1,000s designated for the purpose of audio and video, which allowed me to purchase our own equipment. So how much money are we talking about? Production equipment is very expensive, and I've seen cameras in churches that cost well over $10,000 each, especially if they're high definition. Well, believe it or not, we produced our show for almost 7 years using 3 robotically controlled color security cameras. So with a small monitor for each and a switcher, I was able to record any function with 3 cameras all by myself, but eventually acquired teams of 2 to rotate each week. The cost of cameras has come down so much since then that I won't even spend any time discussing the use of security cameras. In the next 3 videos, I'll deal with what I have broken down into 3 levels of equipment, from the least expensive to the most expensive, that I would recommend. Bear in mind that I don't sell any of this equipment and I don't make any money on it. If you click on my church production equipment link, you'll see that the products that I recommend, and you can either purchase them from those vendors that I suggest or search for better pricing. You'll be surprised at how little it can cost you to get started. I'm David Jaley, and if you believe, as I do, that now is the time to get your message outside the 4 walls of your church, and you're ready to consider the purchase of your own equipment to do so, please visit my website at goodstewardsproductions.com. Click on the Churches tab and go to my next video called Level 1 Equipment.